Hello guys, I hope you're all doing good, like really good. For me, as usual, I am trying. I know it's been a while that we haven't done a video in complete English and it's kind of weird, but the truth is I felt like maybe it's not really working and I wanted to give up, but finally I'm inspired to do one in English, so why not? Let's try this. Today we're going to focus on one sentence and it's more of a question. It is, what do I love about myself? Maybe you've heard it once, twice, or I don't know, or maybe never, but I want to focus on that today and I hope you're going to appreciate. So let's go. So, what do I love about myself? This is a question that usually comes up a lot in my day-to-day life. I don't know about you, but me, this is a question that usually comes up. Like, people ask me usually, what do you love about yourself? What do you like about yourself? What positive thing can you tell us about you? And it's strange. I don't know about you, I don't know how it works for you, but most of us are more of the people that focus more on the negative aspects of ourselves, that we don't even know about the positive things about us. Like, we're more concentrated in shading and self-sabotage, that we don't know about the positive parts. We don't know what is nice about us, what we might like about us, and finally we don't even know how to make people like or love us in return. And I think it's normal. I mean, if you don't know what to like about yourself, how is someone else going to like something about you? Kind of makes sense, right? So I think it's something important. It's something we should think about more and more. It's something we should work on, because we don't actually focus on those things. Some people find it quite easy. Like, some people do it easily. Some people easily love themselves, have a great self-esteem, and I find it so cool because they can easily tell you, I like this about me, I like that, and they feel quite confident. They're like, yeah, I appreciate this, I appreciate that, I know I have this that is good, I know I have that is good. But actually, some of us don't. We have such a low self-esteem that we don't even know what to like. And even when we decide to finally upgrade our self-esteem and maybe grow somehow in how we see ourselves, it's quite hard. It's hard to decide what we like. It's hard to know what we like, because we've never asked ourselves that. We've never really tried to imagine those things that we might like about ourselves, or imagine those things that might be positive about ourselves. And it's quite toxic and dangerous, because it really shows in every aspect of life. I will take an example. I've had several times job interviews, where I arrive and people ask me, maybe the person interviewing me will ask me, okay, what can you say positive about you? How can you push us to accept you in our brand and all those things? And you're like, wait, how am I going to do that? Like, for real. And you start thinking and thinking and thinking, and it's quite funny, because if the person actually asked you to say something negative about you, it would come out easily. It would be like, yeah, I'm like this, I'm like that, I'm like this, I'm like that. But actually, when it comes to positive thinking, positive talking about you, you're like blocked. You don't know what to say anymore. You feel like stuck in your head and in the interview, and it is quite complicated. It is same even with simple conversations with people around. People will be asking you questions like, okay, what is good about you? What is like, tell me more about you, and you find yourself talking about you only on the negative sides. It's worse when they just say, tell me more about you. I, for example, when you tell me more about you, I'm more into the negative things. I'm more into the shading, into the self-sabotage, and it is quite bad because I don't even realize it. I tend to realize it sometimes when the people that are really open enough stop me at a point and are like, wait, do you realize that there is nothing positive you say about yourself? You're talking about you, and it seems like you're talking about someone else. It seems like you're talking about the worst person on this earth, and it's strange. It's strange. And I think it really hits at that moment, and you feel like, wait, really, am I just talking about me negatively? And the person is like, yes. And when the person finally tells you, okay, tell me something positive, you'll be like, nah, you want to bail out on the person. And it's very strange. I remember I started a kind of therapy with someone. It was a priest, actually, when I really realized in what state I was mentally, and in what kind of depression I was, because I was having so many negative thoughts, so many things that were passing through my head, and I decided to seek for help because I didn't know how to express it to the people around me. I saw a priest, and that priest actually asked me, he gave me an exercise. He told me, go home and try to use a paper and write everything positive you think about yourself, and then take another paper and write everything negative you think about yourself. It's quite funny, and he told me, you have to do it for yourself. Don't go ask anyone. Do it yourself. It has to be a personal exercise. And me, I went home and I was like asking my friends, what do you think is positive about me? I didn't ask them what is negative about me because I know already what is negative about me. So I was more like, what do you think is positive about me? What do you like about me? And the people were like, wait, remember a friend of mine told me, it's not my exercise, it's your exercise. It's your exercise, like it's your thing to do. It's you that have to think about it and decide. And I was like, okay, what can I do really to help out? And finally, on the list, I wrote 3 positive things and 16 negative things, and the positive things were quite similar. It was things like I'm kind, I am open, and I think the third was something like I smile a lot. Like, really, you imagine the kind of things, like you really search for it, and finally you just said, okay, these are 3 things that quite resemble, let me just put it there and it will feel at least that paper. And I went to him, and he was like, wow, you have 16 negative things about you and 3 positive things about you. It means that actually, if I give you the opportunity, you might even have more negative things again. And I was like, yeah, I think so. And he was like, okay, go back home, try to change every negative thing you've put about yourself into a positive thing. And I went home, and that was the last time I went to see him. That's too bad, because it is something I never wanted to face, because I've never thought about it. I thought, why should I think about that? Why should I really go and search when I know there's nothing positive about me? There's nothing I would like about myself. Why should I do that? And so I never went back to him, and it was quite bad. What I mean here is that it is important for you to know what are the things you like about yourself. You can't sell yourself to people if you don't believe in that person, and it is dangerous for your mental state. You can't have a healthy mental state if you don't love you, if you don't take care of you, if you don't appreciate the positive things about you, if you don't get to know the things that you can like about yourself. You can't comfort yourself with them when you see only the negative things. You see, like, what I mean is, when you try to learn more about the things you might like, the things that are positive about you, it helps you comfort yourself when you think about the negative aspects. When you start thinking about the negative aspects, you can comfort yourself with the positive ones and be like, okay, I don't have this, but I have this that is good too. I don't have this, but I have this that is good too. But if you don't know anything good about what you are and what you have, actually you will only see the negative things, and it shows up in your everyday relationships, in your everyday life. And when people realize that, they might use it anyhow. They might take it they might maybe use you, knowing that, I don't know, you don't like your own self, so they might just use it and keep putting you down. On the other hand, it might push away people, because people will be like, they like you, they like something about you, and you're like, nah, I don't know about that. I know only about the negative thing. I don't believe you. I don't believe that is actually what I am. I don't believe that is actually what I have. And yeah, it creates some kind of shade and a kind of self-sabotage that ruins finally everything about your daily life, about your everyday relationships with people. So it is important, it is very important to try to know what you like about yourself, because it is sane to know what is good about yourself, what you like about yourself. Because when you know what you like about yourself, it's easier for you to sell it to people. It's easier for you to make people like that, and it is easier also for you to stand firm about your personality and who you are, because you know that is something you appreciate. You know your values, you know your principles. But if you don't get to know what you like about yourself, you'll only be focused on the negative, and finally you will do nothing about it. You will only, I don't know, feel bad every day, and it is not good for your mental health. It's good to know the positive things and the things you actually like about you, because it can help you either fix the negative ones or try to have more of the positive things, more of the things that you can like. So it's important to know about that. It's important to do that little exercise. Personally, I'm still learning. I can tell you that I can really state the things I like about myself because I'm still trying to know them. But actually I found out that it is really important. It is important for everything, especially when you grow and you have to meet the professional world and the, yeah, you have to know those things, because actually it might sound strange, but they ask such things when you go in interviews and all those things, because they want to know. Like, they don't want people to tell them what you are, they want you to tell them what you are. And actually you won't use only the negative things if you want them to take you in their company or whatsoever. You have to tell them the positive things, the things you like that might make them also like you. And it is quite logical. So you have to learn those things, learn more about yourself, look for things that you can love about yourself, that you can like about yourself, that will make you maybe build more yourself. And if you feel like there are not many things that you can like about yourself, try to create things that you can like about yourself. Try to create things that you feel will make you feel more okay, more at peace, more I don't know, that will make you love yourself more. I think it's important we work on that. It's important we do that because it is good for your mental state. It is good for your professional daily life. It is good for interactions with people, for relationships with people. But it is, in fact, it is just good to try to find things you like about yourself, because then you can push people to like you too. And then you'll make people understand that you're quite self-confident and you have a great self-esteem. And it is always nice and important to have a self-esteem, but you can't have a self-esteem and you can't appreciate who you are if you don't know what you like about you, if you don't know about you profoundly. You see what I mean? So you should just learn about that, learn to know those things, learn to work on those things. If you can't see yet, you have to look for it, look for the things you might like, look for the things that might be useful, look for the things that are good for you. Like, yeah, really. So I think we should stop with the personal shading and the self-sabotage, because it ruins so many things and we don't even realize it. It ruins our lives. And finally, when we don't have the things we need, or when people don't come to us and like reject us, we feel again more insecure, like it's because we don't deserve it, it's because, but it's simply because we didn't have enough love for our own self, and we didn't find enough things to like about ourselves, and it didn't encourage finally people around us to do same. It didn't encourage people around us to find things that they might like about us or love about us. So we need to work on those things in order to ameliorate the way people see us, and also to have enough to like for yourself. Like, not always expecting people to be appreciating you, not always expecting people to be complimenting you, or not always expecting people to approve who you are in order to feel good, but having your own self as an approval. Like, you can tell yourself, okay, I like this about you, you're okay like this, you're enough with this, and it's okay, I still love you. This person doesn't appreciate this, but I still like this. I appreciate your heart, you're a warm-hearted person, you're a good person, you have this, you have that, you're beautiful, you're strong, you're all those things you should know about yourself. So I just want to ask it once more to someone listening to me right now, anyone that is having insecurity problems and that doesn't feel comfortable with your own self, anyone out there that is like self-sabotaging without even realizing it, always putting negative things on themselves, always focusing on the negative aspects of themselves, you have to learn how to focus also on the positive things, because they are the things that are going to help you cover up the negative things. Those positive things you might find about yourself and like about yourself will help you grow more, because they are the things you can focus on and try to make them more, to ameliorate them again with time. So look for the things you love about yourself, look for the things you like about yourself, because those are the things you're going to use to sell yourself out there and make people also appreciate and love you. So we arrived at the end of the video. I hope you liked it. I hope you understood everything that we were talking about. I hope I didn't just say things confusingly, because I actually did, but I hope at least it made a little bit of sense and you understood something, and that, yeah, you're going to follow the example and maybe do the exercise, try to check those things. But if you already know what you like about yourself, it's quite good. If you already have a good self-esteem, I appreciate you. I'm telling you, you're strong and courageous, because it's something that most of us don't know how to do. So I pray that you appreciate the video. While waiting for the next video, please, you can subscribe to my channel and comment this video and like the video, and maybe share if you like. You can also go and follow my other pages. The names are always in the description. I hope you appreciated it. So I'll just tell you bye, tell you to have a sweet week, and tell you to take care of you, take care of your mental health, because as I used to say, no one is going to do that for you. And I just hope you learn it and understand it. Like yourself, it is important. Find the strength to love you and appreciate you, because it's important. Bye.